Everybody jumping in a room right here. Stacy, yeah, you can record. Hey guys, how we doing? Thanks so much for jumping in. All right, say hi everyone as you're coming in. Let me know that you've got me on.
Yo tampoco contigo otra vez cuando termine mi junta, ¿ok?
Hang on a second. I might ask if you're chatting away. I might mute you, but let's see how we go.
Hey, Walt, Patrick Allman, good to see you, man.
Hey man, how you doing? How you doing? Great to have you here.
What up, Mr. Patrick? How you doing, bro? Did you go to the gym today?
That was yesterday and tomorrow.
Nice. Today
Monday,
is white level
Wednesday,
3 days.
and Friday, not on Thursdays and Tuesdays.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Hey guys, this is a nice informal version of our weekly calls. This is the one that we like to call Fireside with the founders, or Fireside Chat. Hey Stacy, good to see you. Guys, drop in the chat and say hello. Drop in a one if you can hear me, or just let me know that you got us there. And we got about 20 people on the call. Hey Warren, good to see you, man. Thanks so much for jumping in. So guys, we're just gonna be hanging out. So David, looking for success in the affiliate program. That's interesting. Yeah, let us know what you need, man. We're here to help. Hey Louis, good to have you here, man. John, thank you so much for that amazing testimonial on Trustpilot from John. That was really awesome to see that. Loved sharing that with the team. So thank you. Stacy said, I accidentally sold leads yesterday. Stacy, that sounds amazing. Can you tell me about that? That sounds really cool.
Okay, so I went to an expo this last weekend. I just can't get over looking like a race car driver, right? Badass, huh? My nails even match.
Looking cool.
Yeah. So anyway, I went and ended up last night. Finally, I've just been in development mode, and so finally I landed a franchise, and he has 17 restaurants.
Yes.
And then and he's like, well, what else do you do? And I was like, well, yeah, we do some leads. He's like, oh, I was firing my leads guy. Do you want to do that too? And I'm like, yeah, we're actually just launching some new pricing, so I'll get with you on that right away.
Fantastic. That's what we're talking about.
I
love the concept here. Like, so Johann and I are going to be hanging out today. Just like this whole month is talking about taking our lead system up a notch and creating, automated AI systems that are really rocking people's worlds. And Stacy, just like you just experienced or just mentioned then, for the last 3 years, Johann and I have been talking about the fact that leads is the easiest thing to sell ever, right? Just exactly like you just said, right? There's not a business on the planet. Let me go the normal thing. There's 99.999% of businesses on the planet. When you ask them, hey, could you handle a few more customers? We'll say yes. Like, it's the best business to be in ever. What we are finding, and Johann and I are just like sleepless at the moment because we're so excited. We're up 2 o'clock in the morning going, oh my God, have you seen this? It's so cool. we are seeing that there's an extra step in the evolution that makes it go from the easiest thing to sell in the world to the easiest thing to sell in the world at a high ticket, and people are desperate for it and throwing their credit cards at you now. And we are just having so much fun with it. So yeah, it's pretty exciting actually.
It's so exciting. I'm like, well, don't give it away yet. Wait, let's.
know, I didn't give him a price. I knew that I was meeting with you guys today, and I was like, because I mean, like how you run into guys and you're like, man, you've got so much money, you smell funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they just smell funny. And
they're the ones you want. Yeah. They're the ones you want, Stacey. That's you want to like.
I know. I was like, just don't sell it cheap. I'm like, because I'm giving them a deal on this other. So I'm like, okay, well, just I'm just going to sit in the back, but just know that that's what's going on. So yeah.
Nice.
I did give them a price.
I love the fact that you said you accidentally sold leads.
Yes.
All you got to do is talk about it and people want to buy. Like, I just got a call. It's 7 a.m. over here. I had 2 people on a call. They're business partners and they have multiple businesses. And by the end of the call, they were both going, oh my God, I need this. And the other one's like, I need this for my other business. And I need this for my.
Right.
And they're like, can I buy like 3 versions of this thing?
Right.
It's all good.
Right.
So it blew their minds. And they're like, wait, I can reach out to the entire C-suite of any company in Silicon Valley. I'm like, yeah, here. Boom.
Absolutely.
And they're like, no way, that's my client. I'm like, there you go. It's
so
awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, well, since we've got Stacy here and everybody here. Do you want to do you want Falco to dial Stacy, or do you want to leave that for a bit later?
No,
What?
let's talk about it a little bit later on. But we can get Stacy to volunteer. We'll get Stacy to
Stacey,
volunteer.
What?
And
You're
so
gonna be
to
our
have our
test
AI system do the whole sale for you live on the call.
Ooh. Okay.
Do you want to do
Alright.
it? Do you, actually,
And-
since we've mentioned it, do you want to do it?
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
because I've
Stacey,
got
I'm gonna
some hot
I'm gonna
stuff
send
up
you
at
a,
these expos. So that's like perfect because
okay.
I've got
So let me
I met everybody there, like literally everybody 3 times.
Hey,
that is
well,
very, very cool.
Well, I jumped the
I
gun.
worked that room like a moat.
I love it. Well, I want to buy us about 10 minutes because there's people coming in. You know, we're
Yeah,
now
true. Actually, we'll get Stacy to do this in about 10 or 15 minutes time, and we'll show you how AI is making sales for people and why we're so excited about this stuff. So there's a couple of questions of people coming in. So I want to just address those as we're getting in as well. So guys, again, I mentioned to John, thank you so much for the testimonial, like another 5-star testimonial on Trustpilot, which is really great. We are loving the fact that we've been around this space, the GHL agency owners, for 3 years, and we're having people come in today, last week, and having success, just picking things up and doing things right. So David says he's looking for a fast track to get started. Like, what should I actually do? So we just revamped our entire onboarding system, and we rolled that out last week. So now there's a brand new way to get started in a quick form. But let me preface that by saying what we're here to achieve, all right? Because I think that's really important. I love that quote from Alice in Wonderland, you guys, where Alice comes across the Cheshire Cat, and she's at a fork in the road, and Alice says to the cat, "Which way should I go?" And the Cheshire Cat says, "Well, that very much depends on where you want to end up." And Alice says, "Well, I don't much care where I want to end up, where I end up." And then the Cheshire Cat says, "Well, then it doesn't matter what path you choose, does it?" See, my point being is, unless you know what you want to achieve, then all paths look the same, right? So what are we trying to achieve? And I'm addressing David's question here of what do you want? How do we get started in the fastest way? What we're here to help you guys achieve, all right, is a way of making sales of whatever it is you have, GHL primarily, in an easy fashion. Being able to show up to a client, being able to get a door opened. That's a huge thing. How do I get an opportunity to speak to people? How do I approach? How do I actually get in the door? And then once I've got in the door, how do I make a sale? So what we've taught for the last 3 years is that we found offering people free leads is the fastest way to open that door. And we call it the 20 free leads snapshot. It's part of the white label suite members area, right? And it's the thing that Johann made us famous in the GHL group, the 20 free leads snapshot. So we hand on heart, we don't sell a lot of GHL installations anymore. We still, few new clients every single month. It's amazing. But we don't do a lot of those sales anymore. We're now primarily focused on you guys on the white label suite piece. But when we were getting started 3 years ago, we had our parent company, which is called Comet Suite, and that's what we were selling our GHL brand from. And we struggled like crazy, you guys. We really, like, my God, Johann, we were like looking at every dollar coming through, going, "Oh my, are we gonna make it this week?" It's like, but then we
sometimes.
Oh man. So like Johann is, I widely say, and I'm so proud to be in business with you, bro, but I widely say that Johann is the most connected person on the planet. He makes meeting people an art and a science, and everybody that meets him loves him. And he has an amazing business acumen where he can be talking to somebody and say, this is something that just into my mind, and down this path, down this path. And so he has all of these people in his network that just love him, and they refer to him and bring their businesses to him and say, "What should I do?" So we had GHL in its absolute brilliance, and we had Johann's extended trusted network who absolutely love him, and we still bloody struggle to make sales. It's hard. And what we found, Johann, was that we were talking to people. We were like, so John, we've got this amazing system. You've got to check it out. All your automations, reputation management, contacts all in one place. Look at all of this stuff, John. And John would say, yeah. Looks great, you guys. Good luck. And we're like, why aren't people buying this? And so then part of my history and the reason that Johann and I got to be working together is that we had a lead generation tool, or I developed a lead generation tool over the last sort of 5-6 years, many iterations. And we started talking to people. We're desperate for money. We're trying to get this out. We're trying to push GHL. But then, Stacey, the same question people would ask us. We're like, what else you got? Right? And we said, well, I don't know. We've got this lead gen thing. Oh my God, you've got a lead gen thing? Well, talk to me about that. And we suddenly went, wait, really? Okay, well, let's show you the lead gen. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely a buyer for that. And we're like, huh, that's really interesting. So what we did, and a very conscious decision, we literally said, okay, let's stop talking to people about GHL altogether. And let's just talk to them about generating leads. And suddenly our sales went through the roof. We went from, we had 12 clients on GHL in our first 6 months. Oh my God, that was hard times. And then when we started just offering leads as the door opener, the next month we did 27 new sales the next month, right? And so we suddenly went, hang on a second, businesses don't need the latest, greatest, whatever. They don't need a complete unbelievable package. They just need to make money. They just need to make money. They just need more clients. They just need people in their systems. So our 20 free leads system became what made us famous. So we said, we just started going out to businesses. We started dropping into business groups. We started dropping into Johann's networks and all that kind of stuff and saying, hey, who wants 20 free leads? And the calendars just booked out. Like we were getting people complaining, saying, guys, I want this, but you haven't got any spots in your calendar for the next 3 weeks. And we're like, I know, we're doing like 8 meetings a day. It turned into something crazy. So we said, let's, this is amazing. This is great. And we did the flex in the GHL group. We're like, hey, we actually made it to 50K MRR, monthly recurring. And when we made the switch, we went from struggling to 50K MRR in 90 days. That's how quick we did it. And everybody in the GHL community piled on and they were like, how did you do it? How did you do it? And we're like, oh, well, we just did it with this leads tool. And they're like, can we have the leads tool? We're like, no, because it's ours. And then somebody said in the GHL group, man, if you guys white labeled that, this whole community would go nuts. And Johann and I have always had the mantra that there's more than enough business for everybody to have more than enough business, right? So like over a weekend, and there was probably a few glasses of rum involved, but we actually said, let's white label it. Let's do it. Like there's enough business for everybody to have enough business. We white labeled it. Very, very raw in that format. Our team was like literally creating the licenses for the people manually off an opt-in form. And it was like, it's nothing compared to what it is today. But we had 100 GHL agency owners join us in the next week. And they started posting their success. So we started having people say, oh my God, this is the easiest thing to sell ever. 2 sales on a first day, made my first sale today, got my first appointment, haven't even set it up yet. Like we just saw that it wasn't a fluke, that businesses around the world just responded to leads, and White Label Suite became something cool. And now we have 3 years on, we have thousands of people that have been through White Label Suite and members of our program, and we love you guys. And so I think my whole point there, again, long answer to a short question with David. My short answer is, what are we trying to achieve? What are we trying to achieve? We're trying to achieve you making sales in the fastest and easiest way possible. Okay, that's what we're trying to achieve.
We have the king of sales on, Mr. John.
Oh, John Loga.
He's saying, can I share how you get everyone to say yes to 20 free leads? It's one simple tweak, but everyone that you share this with will say yes. And dude, I'm so jealous. You got to have lunch with John Loga.
I had lunch with John. That was really great.
Come on, John, where are you? There you are.
Hey, there he is. Hello, mate.
Hi, guys.
So guys, if you don't know John Loga, Sorry, mate, I was over talking you there. If you don't know John, he is the king of sales. He's also the man responsible for testimonials from our white label suite members that have got multiple zeros on the end of them, where they've been through John's program and suddenly they're doing $16,000 deals and suddenly they're doing $80,000 months. And it's a result of John. So we're going to run a sales training program with John in the first week of October. So we're going to show you how we build out this $10,000 program in September. And then we're going to let John teach you how to sell it in October. And you guys, then we're going to hang out in Dallas and have some fun with some success stories. So John, how do you get people to say yes to the 20 free lead system with one little tweak?
You've got to think about you're going to businesses. Let's say I was looking at plumbing companies, right? Regular plumbing jobs for plumbing businesses are a dime a dozen. So their average sale is going to be around the $500 to $1,000. But commercial plumbing jobs are much higher. Gas fitting jobs for commercial businesses, those sorts of things. So if I was focusing on plumbers and using the 20 free leads, I would sit there and very quickly go and do a search in the local area that I'm approaching to plumbers that do commercial jobs in that location. And I would say, great, well, who would hire a plumber for commercial jobs, right? You're looking at restaurants, you're looking at developers, you're looking at construction or builders. And so very quickly, I can get a lead list of those people. Go to a plumber. There's only one person. 20 people that actually ask for estimates on commercial jobs. Commercial jobs that could be worth $20,000, $30,000, $100,000. Are you open to helping those types of people get estimates from your plumbing business? That's it. I've got 20 people that I've selected in your marketplace that I know that are predisposed to doing business with you. Are you open to engaging those people? I've never had a single person say no to that request. An accountants are looking for business owners. They're not looking for individuals to do their taxes. They want business clients because business clients will spend more and they'll stay longer. So an accountant, let's say I was dealing with an accountant in, let's say right here on the Gold Coast, right? I would look at the accounting firm and say, okay, what types of businesses, right, would an accounting firm really like to work with? Generally, businesses that are $2 to $3 million in revenue. The owner is still running the business, and everybody needs support from an accountant. So I'd go to an accountant and say, listen, if I could introduce you, or if I can connect you with 20 people in the market that are in business that are open to the idea of using your special accounting services for your advice and could probably spend tens of thousands of dollars a year for the next 5 to 10 years on your business, would you be open to having a conversation of showing on how I can show you get access to those people? That's it. If you're dealing with a commercial painter, hey, if I found 20, 30 developers in the local area that need commercial painters, that need estimates of commercial painters, are you open to, if I gave you 20 opportunities to go and engage with people who would give you estimates on commercial jobs, are you open to that? So all you're doing is you're taking, rather than being generic and saying, I can get you 20 free leads, because the question is, well, what's the lead? Where does it come from? What does it look like, right? How do I talk to them, right? But without saying any of that, all you're going to say, listen, I've been thinking about your business. I've been looking at the types of businesses that you would ideally like to do business with. I found 20 companies of this like in your local market. Are you open to having a chat with me on how you can engage, connect, and open the door to tens of thousands of dollars worth of sales opportunities? I've never had a person say no to that request, ever. So then when you sit down and you say, yeah, I've got these 20 companies, right? But what are they going to do with them? What are they going to do with them? And only 20? Right? What if we gave you a stream of clients consistently? But let's start with 20, right? And so what the thing is, what they're going to do with the 20 is they have to use your systems, your processes to engage those leads. So it's the easiest little adjustment is pick a niche or pick a business in a local market, go look on Google local search, and you've got 20 people that you can go to and just look at the businesses that are around that are relevant to those businesses. Go to your white label suite tool, pull up 20 leads, right, that are relevant in search, very easy, and say, listen, I've got 20 people like this. Are you open to collaborating with me to get access to these 20 people that could mean tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of contracts with you?
John, I love it. What you're doing is nobody says no, and that's the amazing thing. And I want to show you this, John. When we spoke at lunch, I want to endorse that exact thing. Be personal, be specific, give value, and nobody says no. You're absolutely right. So Jonas, I'm going to answer your question as well here, and kind of link it in with what John just said. So guys, as you know, we the phrase is terrible, but is we eat our own dog food. We absolutely use our system every single day. We're doing this every single day. So John, I wrote a little prompt in our AI system within the system, and I'll give you guys the prompt. Like, I'll give it to you right now. And what I wrote the prompt to do was actually analyze the business itself and suggest to me the kind of leads that this business would be looking for. So I don't even need to know what they do. AI does it for me. So I've loaded this up under the subject line thing because I don't typically use the subject line piece when I'm doing my outreach. I just put in their company name and put a question mark with a meeting on it on the end, and that's my great opener. But what I've done is I've written this prompt, and actually I'll show you the prompt first. And again, guys, I'll copy and paste the prompt for you, right? There we go. Please provide a list AI suggested clients. So I've put this under the subject line, but this is how it reads. Please provide a list of 3 to 5 recommended customers in bullet points, looking at the website of the company and connected About Us page and LinkedIn profile if available. Understand what the company does. From your understanding, think about who would be the ideal clients for this business. Please make sure each piece of information is presented with a dot in the response. All right. So let me just drop this into everybody here. All right. So you guys can all have that. You don't need to panic, and it'll be in the thing there. So there's the prompt. There's the exact prompt that I'm using. Right. And again, I'm flowing this through from Jonas's question of how do you get past it's just prospects versus it's leads, all that kind of stuff. And I love John's comment. He's mentioned this many times before. They're market qualified, which means what? They're in the target market that you're looking for. They're not just random names and email addresses. If you want those, I can buy them for $1 million for $5. But we're talking about market qualified leads. Now, right? I've got this prompt. I'm letting my AI tell me who my ideal customers are. And then within the system, I've set that up under my subject line one. I let that run. Okay. Actually, 3M's, let's get Wild Bill's Tobacco, right? Go and tell me my AI suggested clients for Wild Bill's Tobacco, right? Now, as it pops up, remember I asked, give me 3 to 5 suggested businesses, all right? Vape enthusiasts, tobacco users, cigar aficionados, young adults, and local residents of Michigan City who are looking, because that's where they're located, right? Now, that's not bad. That's pretty cool, all right? That's not bad at all. But then let me show you what we do with our outreach. So we've got a couple of different outreach accounts running, right? So now in my outreach, and I know, guys, this will be recorded, so you can go back in and do the steps, okay? But my outreach has got a first message. Here we go. A first message that inserts those suggested customers for me in the email. So when I'm first sending this email, and you can see this is a brand new campaign we're going to sales reps, okay? When I first message these companies, what I do is I say, hey, contract company name, are you taking on new clients? That's the subject line. And then, hey team, Walt here. Our AI ran a quick search for you. The below was some of the information. So I got the introductory sentence from the AI piece. And when we asked the AI to suggest some ideal clients for you, it came back with the following suggestions, and it puts in that list of names and numbers, right? And then I say, now that's at first glance with 0 human interaction, but perhaps we can help you find your ideal clients in a simple way. All right. What do you think? Would that be worth checking it out? We're less than $100 a month, by the way. And then I've got some secret stuff here, which we're going to talk about in just a second by jumping in with our AI sales manager. But that's how I send out a really targeted email where I've already found the ideal clients for the company. I haven't. The AI's done it. I can do this en masse. But guys, check this out. Again, this was a brand new campaign. I've literally had it running for 3 days now with this new stuff in here. I'm going to turn this on. Ready? My stats view. I don't know what I'm going to say. Actually, I do, because I check it like a fanatic. But check this out, right? My stats. On cold email, 44% open rate, 36% clicked to find out more about it, right? On the second email, 46% open rate, 39% clicked. Who'd like to get half of your emails opened and 40% or 35% of people actually click to find out what you're talking about, right? Now, guess what? I've got my email number 3 here, but because this campaign's brand new, I've still got those people waiting to go into it, right? So I'm exactly doing what John Logar just said, by suggesting their ideal clients to them, right? Providing that incredible value. And let's have a look at the result. Let's have a look at the result. So what goes into the outbound email? Let me just grab one that's gone out. Okay, so 12 hours ago, these guys got that email. All right, let's have a look at what it actually says in that outbound email, inserting those pieces. Right. So, hey, are you taking on new clients? Hey team, Walt here. Our AI ran a quick search for you. The below was some of the information. I noticed your business has earned numerous awards and recognitions, highlighting your commitment to excellence in hospitality. Your site mentions the 2017 IHE Developer of the Year Award, which really underscores your industry leadership. And when we asked the AI to suggest some ideal clients, it came back with the following suggestions. Owns and management, they focus on, all right, blah, blah, blah. Here's their ideal clients for the group might include business travelers seeking premium accommodation with comprehensive amenities, corporations and businesses needing venue spaces for conferences, tour operators and travel agencies, event planners and organizers, government and military agencies requiring lodging solutions. Now, no wonder people are clicking. It's like, all right, cool. Your AI has got me. Let's have a conversation. Let's chat, right? So I just wanted to endorse you guys that we use the system ourselves to generate leads. And we're doing exactly as John said. If you up until a couple of weeks ago, I would have said to you, just offering 20 free leads is the best thing you can ever do. And now I'm like literally turning the heat up on that. And I'm going, yeah, offer 20 free leads, but offer 20 free, really valuable, personalized, driven leads specific to that business. Guys, what do you think? Anybody like, I haven't been keeping up on my messages, but is that pretty cool?
The messages are cool. There's lots of people saying, hey, can I have the template? Can you share the email template? Is there a template? Jim has said, Louis said, hey, 0% replied to that email.
Well, actually, that's not correct. So we're sending them because we've got the replies being forwarded. I'm sending from my outreach database because this is what we teach. All right. So we teach, don't use your primary email for outreach, but we've got our replies being forwarded to Prospect Falcon because that's the brand, right? So we're doing our outreach from our lead gen systems and our reply management from our actual like designated platform, right? So then those people are coming into our AI chat tool to have a conversation and qualify. And then our AI voice sales manager is engaging them. Now, and I don't want to get too into the weeds like right now, but Johann, this was the fireside chat. Like what we've done in the last month has completely changed our entire business. Yeah.
Before you show them, can I tell them the tale of the 4 bots or not?
Dude, this is your company. Just like you don't have to ask me permission, even though it's hard to get me to stop talking, right? So like, yes, you can, Johann. Yes, you can have a turn.
I can have a turn, guys. Yes, I can talk now. I'm joking. Go for it, John. John says, can I make a quick comment? Go for it.
John always can make a quick comment.
Just very quickly, I see one of the things, the friction points that people have is setting things up and getting things done. Can you not set things up and get things going and just talk to people you have this resource? If you just say, hey, I got this idea, what happens is when a client says yes to you, now you've got to set things up and get things going. But before you go and set things up and get things going, just go and say, hey, I've got this amazing tool.
Exactly. Oh my God. Don't try and work this out.
If you want to get 4 or 5 opportunities today, 4 or 5 opportunities, right? Really, really simple. All you got to do, you've got 3 lead lists available to you immediately. You got your contacts in your mobile phone, right? This device here, got contacts in there. You got your email, any @business.com. Anybody that sent you an @business.com email in your email for the last 2 years, that's a person you can reach out to. And then you've got your social media connections, right? All you got to do is do this message. Hey, I am helping clients connect and engage with customers that want to spend money with their services. I've got an amazing resource that will give you targeted clients for your business. Do you know anybody in business that would be open to receiving 20 of my free opportunities or free leads? Can you just let me know? That's all you got to do is say, hey, do you know anybody who would like 20 free business opportunity leads, right, for their business? and ask that question. Send that out, message out to as many people as possible. I'll guarantee you two things are going to happen. Right. Number one, people who like you are going to go, sure. What are you doing? What are you working on? Right. Give me some more details. They're going to ask for more confirmation. But the second thing is going to happen is instead of them saying, I'm going to give you a referral, they're going to say, I need 20 leads. Right. I need 20
I
opportunities.
think of anybody that needs leads. I'll get back to you.
So ask people
Me.
if they know anybody that needs leads in your familiar circle, and then you'll find two things will happen. One, people say, yeah, I can connect you with blah, 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 blah. Or they're going to say, I need them. And so this can get you 5 client opportunities pretty quickly. In fact, we do this all the time with people who are kind of just starting out. I've had people, in fact, 2 people the other day, just starting out, 2 clients in 72 hours sold. I had another person, 5 referrals, literally within 20 minutes of doing what I just said, right? So just let people know what you're working on, the cool thing that you've got and why you're excited about it. And just say, hey, I just want to help a few people because I'm willing to give them 20 sales opportunities, 20 leads for them to do business with. Do you know anybody that would be open to accepting 20 free leads for client prospects?
And
for their
John,
business?
what you've just said makes money. And guys, like John, stay on camera just for one more second, right? I want to do a really quick test. All right. So here's my test. I'm sure you guys are going to pass. All right. You haven't studied, which is pretty typical of an entrepreneur, but I want to do my test. There's 2 people I want to ask this question to. Number one is my brother, Johann. All right, who I said is the most connected networking person on the planet. He's also our #1 salesperson and has been for the last 3 years. So Johann, I want to ask you personally, and then I'm going to ask John the same question. As our #1 salesperson, as the person that's bringing in tens of thousands of dollars a month into our program in new business, how quickly could you personally set up that automation that I just showed you?
Not that hard.
But you don't do it, do you? This is not your job.
No. I said it's not that hard, but guys, I have never done it.
You've never done it.
Don't do
So
it.
you've never set that up. Yeah, but you're the person that brings us in tens of thousands of dollars in new business every single month, and you don't set up the shocking. John Logar, the very best salesperson on the planet and the man that we turn to and say, teach our people how to make sales. John, how could you set up that automation?
I've never set it up. I've never set up a single automation in my entire life.
Ladies and gentlemen, my point, John's point, the point of our whole entire freedom program is the only thing that makes you money is a conversation with an interested prospect, right? Johann, how many meetings did you have yesterday?
8.
8.
And dude, it was epic.
8.
It was, but the 8 meetings that I had were with tribe leaders.
Yeah, but irrelevant. You had 8 meetings yesterday. You met with 8 people. Yes, that's why you're bringing in tens of thousands of dollars. You didn't build a freaking automation. Now, guys, I love all of the techie stuff. I'm a geek, right? But that's why I'm not making sales, because I'm in my cave putting together a freaking automation. Now, guys, I want to tell you right now, I love the automations. I love AI. I love putting stuff together, connecting the bolts and doing it up the nuts. I love all that stuff. All right. But it doesn't make any money. It doesn't make any money. Guys, who here on the call wants to make money? Yeah, I'm seeing hands. Put a 1. This is not a sales webinar. The only thing I'm going to tell you is if you want to make money, don't get bogged in the weeds and the automation. Go and speak to a person. Go and speak to someone. I saw every time we have somebody drop out of white label suite, which shock horror does happen, people cancel and like, why? We have a little automation that goes out and says, hey, oh, you're leaving us. What happened? And I had somebody say, well, I've been a member for 3 months and haven't made any sales yet. I'm like, oh man, how many people did you speak to? None. Well, there might be something in that. The only thing that makes money is having a conversation with an interested prospect. Now, how do you get conversations happening? Use all the cool stuff in the background. How do I get the cool stuff if I'm not doing it myself? Super easy. You get amazing, talented people. Johann and I actually bought a Facebook group off somebody who's got 20,000 members. It's called GHL Funnels and Jobs or something like that. There are 20.
Go high level funnels and jobs.
We bought the Facebook group because it's full of people who are wanting to do GHL work. They don't want to sell. They want to build automations. Go and get them.
I met this guy yesterday, and he's like, dude, I need all this stuff set up. GHL's amazing, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I'm booked out for the next 2 weeks. I'm booking into a hotel room and I'm gonna sit there and build it. I'm like, dude, let me show you
No.
something better.
No.
I showed him the group. No, I showed him the group. I'm like, dude, there's 20,000 people here who can get it done for you. How much you pay? And he goes, how much do they charge? I'm like, dude, look at the prices. They charge like $300, $200, $150 for automations. Oh, I go, how much is one sale worth to you? He's like, dude, 10 grand. I'm like, so you're gonna spend 2 weeks sitting in a hotel building it out, or you can pay somebody, let's call it $500. Let's double it, $1,000 to build
Damn,
it
$1,000.
for you. It's crazy.
Again, guys,
Oh.
what we teach.
Stop making me cry. It's
Right.
not nice to make a girl cry. Just
No,
so that
but
you
it is nice
I've
to make a
spent
girl rich.
A year and a half in my cave, so
Is-
back off.
It is nice to make a girl rich, Stacey. So guys, like in our freedom program, what we teach is when you make a sale, and John, you teach people it's a $5,000 setup and then it's $5,000 a month, right? Because you're providing lump, like that's what you're teaching people.
That's the low
That's
end.
the low end, guys. That's the low end, right?
Our
So what
average-
we
so for
teach you
example,
guys, what we teach is
$10,000 to set it up.
Yep.
5 to 10 grand a month to manage plus rev share.
Ladies and gentlemen, anybody else struggling to make a $97 a month sale? John, last time we caught up at lunch last week, and your agency was at 300 grand a month. Is that about right?
Yep.
All right. Don't
with,
sell for 97 a
people.
month.
5
Do you
people.
need a new friend, John?
Stacey will take you to lunch. So
I'm always on.
I love John. Like the very first time I met John, he said, to have a friend, you have to be a friend. And he has lived that, mantra. So guys, my point being, Johann, you couldn't have said it any better. An average deal is worth 10 grand. John's doing 5,000 or 10,000 setup plus. Like building an automation for 2 weeks is suicide. Whereas the people that'll do that stuff for you super quickly, right? So just concentrate on the thing that makes the money, which is talking to the people, right? What we teach is, I know you need money. I know it. I've been there. I've lived it. I hate it. It's the worst feeling in the
People will
world.
set up the tech stuff for super cheap. It's not super cheap, but it's a lot better than the alternative.
Yeah, which is starvation. You got it.
Baby.
Exactly. So guys, this is what we
That's
teach.
why I told you to turn that off and quit looking at it. I was trying to talk to you about it.
Well, I was trying to just look at this to get.
I think they're in a different conversation. I don't think it was this conversation.
It was like we can all tune in to that later on. So guys, what we teach is, I know you need money. I know it. I feel it. I get you. When you're going out and you're talking to a person, the first thing I want you to tell them is it's a $2,000 setup minimum. Now, guys, again, $2,000. I know for a lot of people, it's like, dude, I need that money. My mortgage is due. I got to put food on the table. If I'm getting a $2,000 setup fee, I'm sending it off to Target or Walmart and pay my rent. No, that $2,000 is not for you. That $2,000 is so that you can go into one of those groups. You can go to one of the trained GHL, amazing, legendary people, and you can put $1,000 of that in their hand, and you can say to them, "Hey, I've got a client. Can you set them up for me? Here's $500." That's what the setup fee's for. The setup fee is to buy you freedom for the rest of your life. After that, you can make another 5 setup fees every month. And you get to keep some of that. That's the cool bit, all right? And you get to keep the monthly recurring. But I swear to you, I promise to you, if you don't charge enough at the beginning, you will never, ever, ever have enough free time and ability to make the next sale. You'll be scrambling for the rest of your life. If you charge enough at the beginning, you pay somebody else to do the setup and go and have another conversation. That's where the money's made. Yeah? I hope I said that well. I feel like my soapbox is getting worn out over here. But yeah, so, right.
We love you, man.
Cycle of doom. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Right. So as you can feel, my passion is making sure you guys are successful. Yeah.
I'll grab the link.
Grab the link. So guys, let's have a conversation about what Johann and I are so freaking excited about. So we just showed you some of the cool like AI stuff that we're doing in our outreach. And like we've talked before that we are not just relying on email. Like if you're relying on email, you're out of business. Carla, who again was one of our amazing people that we asked to do some work for us, she does that outreach and then she follows people up with a LinkedIn message. She'll drop them an Instagram DM. She's got them on Facebook. Like, so we're not just relying on an email, but we've got their business and systems. But Johann,
Yes.
this is supposed to be you and I just conversing about why we're so excited. We've gone from seeing the whole leads plus GHL system. We've gone from seeing it as a bit of a flat pack that you have to put together yourself to being like a fully built out custom kitchen installed by professionals and ready to go for you. Like, man, it's been an amazing couple of weeks.
I was gonna say, can I show them my presentation or what?
Yeah, man, go for it. This is your company, dude.
Yay, I finally get okay. I'm still looking for the link. Hang on, here you go. All right, guys, here's the link. I'm gonna put it in here.
Oh, for the group? Okay, yeah.
I've got about 50 DMs, so sorry. Everybody messaging me going, give me the link, give me the link, give me the link. I'm like, here you go. There it is. All right, everybody has the link.
I need to catch up on
chat.
these messages.
So guys, our company, as Walt said, has changed. And Mr. Logar, you know, this I can't wait to show you what we're doing here. And Stacey, you're gonna be our little guinea pig in about 3 minutes while I explain this. So we went for I don't know if you guys know, I went for a walk across Spain, blah, 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 blah. And now I love walking.
No, not blah, 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 blah. You spent 8 weeks walking across France and Spain doing the El Camino. Not blah, 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 dude. It was a major event.
Cool. But hey, guys, everybody here is here because they're like, what's in it for me? How is this
right.
make me
Sure.
money?
It's not about you.
Got it. Not about me. They don't care.
Right.
I know you guys love me. It's all good. I've got no issues. No issues with that. So, guys, I want to show you something, and I want your mind to be blown a little bit. We can take screenshots. I can send you the presentation. It doesn't matter. So, I did a presentation the other day to a group of elite marketers in Australia. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run through this super fast because it's an hour presentation. I'm going to cover it in 10 minutes, so it's going to be very fast. 4 bots walked into a bar. A $10 million company walks out. Have I got your attention? Yeah? Awesome. So, we've got a brand new AI that's making sales, and that's called Falco. It started off with going for a walk, talking to ChatGPT, and telling ChatGPT, hey, I want a brand new profit center into our business. It has to make $10 million by the end of next year, so December next year. This is me just having a conversation with ChatGPT. We all have the app on our phone, and I told it, this is my team, this is my product, which, guys, you're all white labeling it, so you have the same product.
Exactly.
This is my team, product, this is my budget, these are my resources. And the objective is to build a $10 million company in 1.5 years. Give me high, medium, low risk scenarios, etc. And then by the end of the conversation, Prospect Falcon was born. Prospect Falcon is like 2 weeks old right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 2, maybe 3. And so from that, by the way, you can take a screenshot of this. This is just for your business development prompts that you can have some fun with. If you want to just grow and scale your company, it's going to expand your vision. With the tool you have, the Leads tool, you can plug this in. It's going to take you to a whole nother level. I'm just going to mute you, Tobias, for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Then, here's our content creation prompts. These are the prompts that we're using. Take a screenshot. I'm not going to go through these, but this is what I want to show you. I'm going to stop sharing. Oh, wait. So we said, hey, who knows Sam Altman, by the way?
Sam Altman?
Yep.
OpenAI.
OpenAI. So he said, we're going to see the rise of companies that are going to be billion-dollar companies run by one person. And so that was part of my prompt. It's like, hey, we want to run a company that does a lot of, but lean. So now, Walt and I have been talking, and then I spoke to Walt about, hey, I had this vision and ChatGPT, blah, blah, blah. And then literally 24 hours later, he came back and he's like, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean it's done? So
Reggie, we'll have the replay out to you guys. We'll let you guys, you can go this.
He built. So I said, leads are coming in. But have you told him about autopilot?
No, nothing. So like, Louis, to answer your question, it's Johann's first slide. 4 bots walk into a bar and a $10 million company comes out. Like you said, what are we setting up for $5,000? That was your question. And we're getting to the, like, you can feel it. 4 AI bots walk into a bar and a $10 million company. That's what we're setting up. Go, man.
All right, cool. So bot number 1 is our leads bot. It's going to find, Louis, you're putting your hand up. Do you want to ask a question? Go for it. You're muted, by the way.
You're muted, man. There you go.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, just really quickly, fellow Aussie. Have you been looking at what Microsoft are doing with Copilot and their CRM, their dynamic CRM system? I'm an ex-Microsoft who was there for 10 years. So what they're doing is fascinating, right? And I think what you guys are doing is mimicking that, which is awesome to see. So I won't interrupt. Just wanted to add that little tidbit. So keep an eye on Copilot, from Microsoft.
My meeting just before this one was with the person who's been running that department for 7 years anyway, all good.
Perfect.
Yes. And now you guys get access to all this stuff. So are we going through the entire presentation? No, we're not. Like, I just wanted to show you the little bit, and then I'm just gonna cut through the chase because
Yeah,
it's fine. You don't need the presentation. The 4 bots. Bot number 1 is the lead system. It's bringing in leads. It's ChatGPT said, hey, go to 10 times your market. So we are now targeting sales professionals, right? With white label suite renamed as Prospect Falcon. Prospect Falcon targets sales professionals, account executives, SDRs, etc.
it's the same as you guys have got. It's a white label version of the leads tool.
Exactly. And it doesn't, who here hates doing the GHL setup and all that kind of stuff, right? We don't want to do that because that's where there's lots of questions and people like, how do I do automations? We just wanted to give them the tool, which is the tool that you have and you can sell this. Anyway,
Yeah.
So it's going out to the salespeople saying, hey, we've got this amazing AI tool that's going to do A, B, C, D, and here's a 3-minute video on how to watch it. So they click, they watch the video, they click on the chat bot at the top, and then they can have a conversation. The chat bot then gets them to jump on the phone. So we've talked about the leads as bot number 1, the chat conversational bot as bot number 2. We're going to have a training on this next week of how to set all this stuff up. So don't worry about the how, just listen to the
The big
why,
picture.
what you're doing, the big picture. Bot number 3 is Falco. Falco is amazing. This is where Stacy's going to come in. And then bot number 4 is Haley. Haley is, so Falco makes the sale. Haley onboards and upsells. These are 4 bots. Right now, we have 1 person managing this entire department. That's going to bring us 10 million by the end of next December. 1 person who's monitoring to make sure that the conversations are good. That's her entire job, to make sure that the bots aren't saying anything or doing anything that's messed up. So Sam Altman, we're going to have the rise of the 1 person running $1 billion company. We all have access to GPT agents and things like that and bot technology, which we all do.
Yeah.
And now here's a system that we put together. It's literally one month old. 2 weeks ago, Prospect Falcon was launched. So the entire department is 1 month old, and it's already like on an upward trajectory. We can't wait to show
like
you.
recurring revenue and stuff. So
Let's do this.
So yeah.
Yep.
No, we'll get to Stacy because I want this will blow you away. So, but guys, what you already have is the leads tool, and you have GHL. So what we've been teaching over the last 3 years is generate leads for people, manage the leads in GHL, and so many of our members have gone on to make thousands of dollars a month, and run that system. And as John said, $10,000 sales and all that kind of stuff, just using that, right? Leads into GHL is freaking awesome. But believe it or not, we still have people say, yeah, sounds good, whatever. And I always say to the people, I've seen people standing on a corner giving out $100 bills, and people say, no. It's like, okay, well, if you say no to people just giving you $100 bills, no wonder you're going to say no to leads and the system, right? But we've kind of added this. So that's kind of 2 systems in the play, and people have made tons of money and had super success stories. So now the 4 bots walk into a bar. What we're putting in front of people is generate leads for your business. Let AI do the qualification and conversation. Let AI voice actually close the sale for you, and let AI support answer any customer questions with a fully updated knowledge base. 4 bots running. And the difference, Johann, I love the meeting you had yesterday, right? The meeting you had yesterday, the guys, you were saying like you'd met with them before, and they had something like, we're talking to them about a $10,000 setup to get all this done. And they were like, we're not ready yet. We'll come back to you. I think it was in the new year, right? They were already saying, we'll come back to you in January, get all that kind of stuff. What did they say yesterday when we showed them the AI voice piece?
So this is what happened. We had 2 minutes left on the call, and they go, guys, let's book in another meeting. We'll set up for November. We're looking to get started in January. I go, let me show you something. It's going to take me 1 minute. We've got 2 minutes left on this call. It's going to take me 1 minute to show you.
Now
And
let's get
then-
Stacy to show us.
Yeah, we'll get that. But here's what happened. I showed them what happened, what happens in that 1 minute, and then they just went, okay, we need this now.
We need this now.
So they were going to postpone it. It was an objection. They were going to cancel it, start next year. That was it. We all know that's an objection. After they heard what Stacy's about to show you, they just went, we need this now. Let's go. Stacy's like, what's going on? What am I going to show?
So again, guys, 4 bots walk into a bar, and this is what we want you guys to set up and show people. And my analogy here is when you're selling leads and GHL, right? You're selling people an IKEA flat pack. It's like, it's cool, but you still got to put it together yourself, right? Whereas if you get the AI bots working together, it's like a completely done for you, fully custom installed kitchen that you just walk into and it's all ready to rock. So Stacey, we're going to get you to engage with our AI sales manager as a closing bot, right, in live time. And again, guys, we've got all of these systems together. If you've got your phone with you, can I get you to receive a call and put it on speaker for us so that everybody can hear? Is that okay? So when the call comes in, Stacey, when the call comes in, just pop it on speaker for us, right? So I'm sending Stacey our sales manager's callback link. And Stacey, you're just going to fill out name and phone number, and our AI sales manager is going to give you a call. And again, this is what Johann showed our people yesterday, and they literally said, we need it now.
All right, before you do, Stace, before you press the button that's going to trigger this whole thing, this is my direction to you. I want you to, I'm sorry if anybody gets offended by this. I want you to
say mess.
I want you to mess with it, right? I want you to have objections. I want you to, the entire directive of this bot is to get you on the phone, to get you signed up. And it will do. Ask it to sweeten the deal. Ask it whatever you want, right? Treat it like you would treat a person. Yeah. And have some fun. Have some fun. Ask it some questions. Try and derail it. See what happens. And this entire exercise is going to take about 1 minute, 2 minutes. That's it. Just have some fun. So go for it.
Stacey, we need you to unmute as well. There we go. All right. So you've requested a callback?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
So somewhere in the next 10 or 15 seconds, your phone will ring.
Hello.
AI sales manager calling from Prospect Falcon. I've seen you engage on our website to help find your next sales and prospects. Do you have a couple of minutes to see if we can help you nail those sales targets?
Sure.
Great. Can you tell me a bit about your business and who your ideal clients are?
Who is this again?
I'm Falco, the AI sales manager from Prospect Falcon. We're a lead generation software company that helps businesses like yours find and connect with potential clients. So what kind of business are you in?
How did you get my information?
All right.
You told me to mess with it.
I know, I did. We'd never know
what
happened.
Like there might be some confusion. I'm here to help you with lead generation for your business.
There's one to add.
Good.
I'm
It seems like there might be some static in the call. Could you please clarify what you were saying?
Yeah. So you guys provide leads, correct?
Exactly. We help you find and connect with potential clients using our AI-powered platform. Are you looking for business-to-business, B2B leads, business-to-consumer, B2C leads, or both?
A little of both.
Got it. What's an average new sale worth to you?
About
your range or
10K.
Thanks for sharing that. So an average new sale is worth around $10,000 to you. What methods are you currently using to generate leads?
Basically just scraping.
Got it. Are you looking to grow your sales and increase your results with more efficient lead generation?
That depends upon how much it costs.
Our plans start at $97 a month with no lock-in contract. Considering an average sale is worth $10,000 to you, do you think this could be a good investment?
Sure.
Awesome. Have you had a chance to see our online demonstration of the tool?
Not as of yet. No.
No worries.
Is there some place I should have gone?
You can check out our website for a detailed demo, but I'm here to help you with any questions right now. Anything specific you'd like to know about how Prospect Falcon works?
How soon would something like this be up and running for me?
You can get started in less than 10 minutes. Once you sign up, you'll receive instant access and a step-by-step guide to help you get going. Our support team is also on hand if you need any assistance. Ready to give it a try?
Does this integrate with any sort of CRMs?
Yes, Prospect Falcon integrates seamlessly with various CRM software and other business tools. This makes it easy to incorporate into your existing workflow. Any other questions before we get you started?
Does it incorporate with MailChimp?
Absolutely. Prospect Falcon integrates with MailChimp, making it easy to manage your email marketing campaigns. Ready to sign up and start generating leads?
I've got a few things in Constant Contact. Does it work with that too?
Yes, it integrates with Constant Contact as well. You'll be able to manage your email campaigns smoothly. Anything else you'd like to know?
And you said something about support. What kind of support is offered?
We offer comprehensive support, including a help center and a dedicated support team ready to assist you. From onboarding to ongoing assistance, we've got you covered. Any other questions?
And you said how much was it a month?
Our plans start at $97 a month. Considering the value of your average sale, it's a great investment. Ready to get started?
And what forms of payment? I mean, do you take American Express or is it ACH or how do I do something like this?
We accept various forms of payment, including credit cards like American Express and ACH transfers. Which method works best for you?
Are you needing payment right now?
No, you can sign up on our website at your convenience. Once you're ready, just head over to prospectfalcon.com and follow the steps to get started. Shall I let the team know you'll be signing up soon?
Sure. And what's your name?
I'm Falco, the AI sales manager. I'll let the team know to keep an eye out for you and add 500 bonus credits to your account as a thank you for signing up today. Sound good?
All right. Well, I mean, is there anything else that you can do to maybe I don't know, encourage me to sign up sooner? I mean, 500, I don't even know what a credit's worth.
I get it. Each credit represents a lead. So those 500 bonus credits means 500 potential new clients. Plus, you'll be able to see the value of our leads firsthand with minimal risk. How does that sound?
That sounds interesting. Is there anything you can do with the monthly price? I mean, what if I have a lot of people using it? I mean, anything that you can do there?
For teams, we offer custom pricing and additional features to accommodate multiple users. If you have a larger team, we can definitely discuss a tailored plan for you. Interested in exploring that option?
Sure. Would I be dealing with you on that or somebody else?
I'll connect you with our team who specializes in custom plans. They'll reach out to discuss your specific needs and find the best solution for you.
Okay.
Shall I have them?
Sure.
Great. I'll let the team know to reach out to you soon. Thanks for your time, and I'm looking forward to welcoming you as a Prospect Falcon customer.
Do you want me to schedule a time with you right now while we're on the phone for a calendar appointment?
That sounds like a good idea. What time works best for you?
How about tomorrow at 2 o'clock?
Perfect. I'll schedule the appointment for tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Looking forward to it.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day and talk to you tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Stacey.
Was that enough? I was trying to be really mean.
And how did you feel? How did you feel that you were addressed and treated?
I mean, that was good. Yeah. I mean, one of the things that I would do is she's always asking, find new ways to maybe ask, do you have any more questions? Maybe just different ways, kind of working that into the prompt.
It's actually the note. It's actually the note that I made is just make her a little bit softer on the any more questions.
Yeah. A little mix that around. And then instead of just wait for, somebody to call you, have her really schedule, that person, lock that person down. If you aren't going to do a live call transfer to the person, have them really lock down a calendar appointment. I have, cause I've got a AI thing that I was doing and she gives a couple of options, would tomorrow at 2 o'clock or Monday at 4 be okay? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's actually just setting what we call an objective on the bot. So that particular bot, is the objective of that bot is to, because it's a call back. It's like somebody's actually said, I'm ready to converse now. So the objective of that bot is get the sale, right? But of course you can say like get the sale, or you can say set an appointment, and there's all kinds of different ways that you can do that. And we've seen that a million times. But guys, like
that was cool. That was way cool.
So how good is that?
I love it.
Now, here's the cool thing. Johann is, again, I keep endorsing you, brother. You're the hardest working man I know. And yesterday you did 8 meetings. And I remember talking to you in the afternoon. You're like, dude, I've just got to unplug. I've just got to go and I've got to go and get my voice. I've got to go, whatever. Falco, the AI voice bot, can have 1,000 conversations a minute.
Yeah.
So how many leads do you want to come in? And guys, this is the other cool part, right? So this is the other cool part that I'm about to show you guys. On the back of that, what's happening is, of course, all of the GHL automations are kicking in. So I've got Stacy right here, who's just had a conversation with Falco. And I just want to show you what notes have been added to Stacy's account. So here's the summary of the call. Stacy engaged in a phone call with Falco, an AR sales manager from Prospect Falcon, a lead generation software company. Initially, Stacy expressed confusion about how her information was obtained and who was calling. After clarification, she confirmed her interest in both B2B and B2C leads, with an average new sale worth around $10,000. Stacy currently uses scraping for lead generation and showed interest in Prospect Falcon services, contingent on the cost, which starts at $97 a month. Stacy had several questions about the service, including its integration with CRMs, MailChimp, and Constant Contact, all of which Falco confirmed. She also inquired about the support offered and payment methods, learning that Prospect Falcon accepts credit cards and ACH transfers. Stacy was hesitant about the value of the bonus credits offered and asked about potential discounts for larger teams, which Falco indicated could be discussed with a specialized team. Ultimately, Stacy agreed to have a team contact her to discuss custom plans and schedule a follow-up appointment for the next day at 2 p.m. All right.
Oh my G.
And
that's like crazy.
How good is that? And then we also have a couple of fields
so
here.
much better than the other. Yeah.
So we have a couple of fields here that got filled out by that conversation. Average lead value, 10K. B2B, B2C, or both? Both. We had a couple of fields here. Let me just come down where we're talking about what the business was and all that kind of stuff. So this is all being filled in the actual GHL account live from that call. So guys, like, what are we selling for 10 grand? We're no longer talking about a leads program for $100 a month. We're talking about a complete 4 bots walk into a bar and a $10 million company walks out. We're showing business owners in all spheres how they can generate leads for their ideal prospects, how those leads can go into automated outreaches and funnels, how our AI tool can follow them up, how they can engage via chat, via web, via conversation. They can watch a 2-minute video and then engage with an AI program. And then the AI walks them through the setup and the installation and the onboarding. Like, guys, that's why we're so excited, because we literally have business owners saying, I need this now. I need this today. And just to wrap this, I was talking to my 16-year-old daughter yesterday about how excited I was on the way home from school yesterday. And she paused for a second and she said, Dad, does that mean that you don't have to employ any more staff? And I went, how's the hook? How's the hook? When you're talking to a business owner and you go, so what's an average salesperson cost you per month? How often do they leave? Do you know one of the great things about training this system? It will never get headhunted by another company. It'll never have a bad day. It doesn't care about public holidays. It has no fear about making the calls. It never makes an excuse. It doesn't take Mondays off, and you don't have to pay it a Christmas bonus. In fact, the commissions are 0. Once you've got it set up, it's just going to work for you. And again, this is what we are now selling as part of our offering to businesses. Guys, that's why we're so excited. Stacy, go for it.
And they're going to be using more leads because they're actually going to be able to address it. So just get them in the 97 and do the toll road and have them just zipping through your highway all day long and no stop until they are just booked with so much business that they have to grow.
How good is that?
Brilliant.
How good is that? So guys, that's what we really wanted to show you guys. Like, we want to take the lid off, right? We want to take the lid off kind of what we're doing here and the expectations and how it feels for a marketplace. Now, all of that setup that we just showed you, like a lead, obviously you guys have had the leads tool forever. If you haven't, White Label Suite, go and grab it. The leads tool, showing the people and then getting them on a call to engage is so easy. And
Right.
you've got that ability to close a deal by getting them to call it themselves, right? So what we're actually setting up, just in part of our sales model, is we're setting up a couple of different bots so that people can try it out. One in real estate, we're setting up one in as a sales rep for a medical supply company, and we're setting up one in, I think it's commercial insurance or something like that. So we're setting up a couple of different bots. So depending on who you're talking to, you can say, hey, well, give the real estate guy a call, or give the insurance person a call. And that way you can demonstrate setting this up for other people, right? So we are using, so last week when we were talking about how exciting this was, at that stage, we'd only turned on the chat conversation. We've had 2 sales come through this week that were just chat engaged. So they came to Prospect Falcon, they watched a 2-minute video, and they asked our chat version of the AI a couple of questions. Both of those turned into sales. Okay, because again, that's the chat is having that conversation. Now we've turned on the voice piece of the whole thing, and we're talking to business owners about it. We're literally saying $5,000 setup, $1,000 a month, and it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, because instead of getting an IKEA flat pack, they're going, oh my God, leads to AI sales, sorry, AI qualification to AI sales to AI support and delivery. Happy days, man. Sign me up.
Okay, and then I accidentally sold an AI receptionist too, okay, to a 70-year-old woman that does taxes.
Wow.
And she said, yes. Okay, so like literally they are expecting AI now to call. They're expecting some sort of, whatever before they get handed off. So don't be afraid if it's not perfect. Guess what? That initial fronter wasn't perfect either. Yep. Okay. They weren't perfect either. So whatever, they're expecting it. If a 70-year-old woman that does taxes wants an AI receptionist, good Lord, the world's changing.
It's amazing. I thank you, Stacey. That's incredible. Louis, you just posted in there that this is the silver bullet, man.
Yeah, just quickly, guys. Awesome
Huge.
demo. I mean, I've worked in the software industry my entire life, working enterprise sales. I'm still working at customer experience, and this is nothing I've ever seen before. So quick, so succinct. And I think Johann answered my question in that we're cynical Aussies, right? When we hear a bot and it's got an American accent, we're just going to drop that phone call, just drop it like it's hot. The fact that we can then tweak this to have an Aussie accent, maybe throw in the odd line that's very Australian. What is your AFL team? I've got clients in India, throw in a cricket reference or something like that. I've got clients in China. I've got to figure out what their hot button is there. But the fact that you can customize it for the nuance of our world, I think is amazing. Well done.
And I've also heard that they're going to do some Spanish for the GHL, right? Am I not correct in that? That's one of the first versions that's also coming out, which is huge because there are a lot of businesses that turn away business because they don't have anybody that speaks Spanish, or they don't have a large enough sales team that is able to address Spanish speaking individuals. I mean, I live like right down the street from Miami. So it's like little cute.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, what Stacey's saying is GHL has its own voice bot that's coming out. We have been testing all these different voice bots. The one we've just, again, as I said, this is like 2 weeks old. We're excited to share this with you because it's what we're doing live in real time. We haven't finalized everything as yet. GHL's got its own voice bot. Great. So you guys all still have access to this technology. That's why in the chat, people are like, hey, when do I get this? It's an add-on, blah, blah, blah. It's you already have this technology. We're just testing out multiple different models.
Yeah,
we're happy to share everything that we do, and that's why we're here to support the community, right? So, guys, don't. There's people messaging me going, "Is it this? Is it this? Is it this?" Guys, don't stop focusing on what it is. Stop.
It's not about the tool.
Are you guys using this? Don't worry about the tool. It's not about the tool. It's about the system, the entire system. But the lead tool, the conversation tool, which we're going to have training on next week, which is the chat conversation, the phone call tool, and then Haley, who's the onboarding and support and upselling. Just know that you can run an entire company. You can be a one-person army with 4 things, and you can achieve $10 million company, $1 billion company with the technology that we all have access to right now. So that's what we're trying. That's the purpose of this call, is to say, guys, there's so much awesome tech that we all have. Let's leverage it. Let's help each other. Go for it, Stacey. You got another question?
The only thing that you can do wrong is when you do absolutely nothing. okay, so like this is the first, okay, if anybody's ever been to a racetrack, okay, right? And you're betting on the ponies. If you imagine every single AI as being a different pony, right? The only difference is that every one of those damn ponies is going to win.
Right.
The only thing that you can do wrong is by not picking a pony and staying on it and ride it all the way through. But if you keep hopping from pony to pony to pony, you're never going to get anywhere. All you have to do, pick a pony and run. Okay. Because it's a sprint. This is not an endurance race. This is like literally get off your ass, get out from behind your computer. You got waltz in the world. Be a Johann.
You got it. Exactly.
That's all
man.
I'm saying. Like literally
100%.
get out there. If you've got 70-year-old tax accountants, come on. 70-year-old women. If it's your grandmother wants an AI receptionist. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Right.
And
Pick
guys,
a pony.
so the
Stacey,
whole
you're hired. People are saying in the chat, Stacey's great. She's inspirational.
Pick
How
a
do I-
pony. Ride the pony. Pick one or two and go.
I love it.
That's
I
it.
love it. Stacey's Christmas list is a pony. You guys, make sure you hook her up. Hey guys, so as Johann said, like we've got all of the systems. We're putting it all together, and we're sharing everything. Next week we've got Bryce from Closebot coming in talking to us about the AI conversational piece, making sure that understand. Now the reason we've reached out to Closebot is because we recognize skill in the industry, and we are using Closebot. So you guys, I think we dropped this link last week. You guys can pick up through, yes, this is our affiliate link, and this helps us to provide support and training and all that kind of stuff. But Bryce is going to come in and talk to you about the actual chat component. And the pony we're riding in the chat space is Closebot. And again, when we have the dialed in system that we want you guys to say, right, this is the pony that I'm riding, then we'll like get everything shared with you guys. But the point of this, like these conversations, is not to say this tech, that tech, this stack, right? It's not. The point is to take the lid off what we are able to deliver and talk about in the marketplace. So we have been big proponents of Alex Hormozi since the $100 Million Offers book came out, right? And he's always saying, make an offer so damn good that people feel dumb saying no. And for the last 3 years, we've said 20 free leads is that offer, right? And yet still people say no. But what we're finding now is that 20 free leads plus AI calling plus AI conversational qualifying plus lead management is not only so good people can't say no, it's so good that they're literally piling money onto the table going, just take it, just help me, just get it done. It's something so freaking exciting, you guys, and all of us have this at our fingertips. And again, biggest lesson from Stacey and from John Loga and from Johann is you don't make any money setting this stuff up. There's thousands of people that are doing this all day trying to get by on a living, right? And that you pay them an hourly wage. You make money by having conversations with interested people who you can literally set up a fully automated demo and get them to engage. And when they do, AI will send you the summary of the conversation so that you can take that next step and it's done. Right. So what I want you guys to walk away from this thing is I can do it. It's possible. My God, businesses want this so badly that they throw money. And all I need to do is get the message out there. And I always say this, you guys, you'll only ever grow to the maximum amount of people who know you exist. So if you need to generate more sales, then you need to let more people know you exist. Right. You need to get into the tool, find a market that you're comfortable with, and start asking the question, would you be willing to have a conversation about growing your sales and business? That's it. So guys, Johann, wrapping up our fireside chat. This was a bit of fun. But guys, like, it's not a monthly account anymore. It's a $10,000 fully done for you automated system.
Yep. It's insane. It's insane. And guys, we love sharing all the stuff with you. So if you got questions, we've since you've started with us, we've always said we're an open book. You can ask us any questions you like. We're here to help you, support you. We're sharing our journey with you. You're coming along for the ride. This is just so much fun. Like Walt started off this call. He said I feel like the last 48 hours, I feel like a 20-year-old in startup land again. I'm like, oh, so excited, and we got this tech, and it was like, cool, done, built. I'm like, hey, what about this? Like, we have had more calls in the last 48 hours than we have had the whole year.
Mhm.
Dude,
Yep.
I'm like losing my mind over here. Like,
Right.
serious. Like, I like walk out the door and like literally it was like flies on the wall must have been at the high level expo that you guys held, which like totally still blows my mind, because then I met another guy that's starting a TV station and he's giving spots away and looking for whatever. So I was talking to the podcast guy that you hooked me up to, right? And then like I'm going, you've got to be kidding me. Like, seriously. It's an insane time. So
It's
just
so amazing.
get out, go, 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 go,
Yes, that's my t-shirt. Just go, 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 go.
go,
I
go,
love
go, go, anywhere,
I love it, I love it.
absolutely anywhere. And do not listen to your mother. Start talking to strangers.
Right.
Okay.
Think about the businesses, the people that need it. It's you're right, Stacey. Listen to the people that are out there in the business world. And like I log into Facebook these days and I see a million different people talking about their AI voice receptionists and all this kind of stuff. It's such an easy thing for a business owner to understand. We've all spent money on bad stuff. We've all had people that we've trained and leave. We've all had staff members that have called in sick at a really crucial time. Like, having the AI component of businesses these days is a must-have, and it's such an economical investment for a business owner, because now they have a system that never misses, never calls in sick, never misses a lead, stays on script, does what they need to be done. And like we just showed the sales one, but of course we're setting up a bot for credit card recovery. Right. So it's like, hey, John, just noticed that your credit card bounced. Is there anything I can do to help you get that back online? So you can set up a bot for a receptionist, a bot for a credit card recovery, a bot for a salesperson, a bot for a coach. Right. So that high level expert summit that we ran, Stacey, what we're doing is we're actually loading all of the transcripts of all of the speakers into a bot that you can call and have a coaching call. So tell me again about what Sky mentioned about the branding and the whatever, and all of that knowledge is just in there. And we can have a 24/7 coach that you can have. Again, think about the value to a business when they've got all of their information and an AI system can just reference it. And when load it up for a construction company, what's the average square foot pricing of a custom marble kitchen? The bot knows the answer. The salesperson that comes next week has to be trained 4, 6, 8 weeks worth of training. The bot can be ready to go in as long as it takes you to upload a PDF. It's amazing. It is an amazing time to be in business. So guys, next week we've got Bryce coming in from Closebot. He's going to be talking us through exactly how to set up Closebot to make sure that these AI conversations are working. We are loving Closebot because of the way that the objectives can be stacked, and we're going to cover that next week. But I want you guys to walk away from today going, my God, I've got my hands on a gold mine. There are businesses out there that are going to be lining up to get you to give them leads that AI calls and qualifies, that AI sales, and then AI supports. You guys put your ticket on it, and yeah, just stick around with us. We'll make sure.
So guys, before we go, and for the people who are listening to this on the recording, with Closebot, if you get it through our affiliate link, we'll give you our templates and stuff that we're using. So that's our little sweetening of the deal. Yep. So Closebot through our affiliate link, we obviously get a commission for it, and we'll hook you up with templates and stuff that we're
exactly
using.
Like you heard when Stacey asked the questions of our bot, that it knew the answers. We'll give you the knowledge base. All right. So that's kind of how yes, it's our affiliate link. If you don't want to give us the affiliate commissions, that's fine. It's no problem. You can go direct to Closebot, or you can go to whitelabelsuite.com/Closebot, and we'll give you all our templates and everything. Like we want you guys to just have fun with this stuff. It's so cool.
Hey, Walt, I gotta say, hey, Reggie, can you come on voice? I'd love for you to share that with the group.
What happened just then?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I've got like 50 messages happening in my chat.
People
here.
are private messaging you. Okay.
Reggie just blew me away. Go for it, Reggie. Say what you said.
I was telling him I work for a very large consulting firm, and we're spending a lot of time working on AI, and they're looking for people to, we're trying to come up with some good ideas of how to use it and use cases. And long story short, I told Johann, was like, I could probably quit my job with this. This is I love how organized it is. I mean, I have all kinds of lead sources, and just being able to plug those in there. And it reminds me of like when I was investing in real estate. And it's a really good tool. And I'm going to looking forward to our call at 4:00 on Monday. We can talk earlier if you want to, man. I'll send you my number. We can call before that if you'd like to.
Yeah,
Amazing.
man, for sure.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's the right time, you guys. Get excited. Get on board. If I lost everything tomorrow, if I had to make $1 tomorrow, I'd have an AI system generating leads and an AI system qualifying and closing, and I'd rock up to businesses and go, pop your number in here, give it a try. I think it's the easiest system I've ever seen. I thought giving away free leads was easy until I saw this. Until I saw 25 people on a group demo that Johann was doing on the other day with their mouths hanging open, going, I need it, I need it, I need it. And we're doing 10K.
Yeah.
Like it's $10,000 and people are going, how quickly can you get to me?
Yep. Guys,
I've never seen anything like it.
My pipeline in this week is 30 people who have said, I want this. So that's 300 grand in a week just by showing them these 4 bots and how it works. So
4 bots walk into a bar. I love it.
I'm not using any tools that you don't have access to. By the way, well, my chat is going crazy with people going, what's the link for Closebot? Do you mind?
It's whitelabelsuite.com/closebot. And again, Bryce is coming in next week. I popped it in the link there. And we will absolutely help you out with the voice piece as well. Once we get all that nailed. And again, we'll give you the knowledge base and the setup training and all that kind of gear as well. We're just so excited, guys. This is something.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but after pretty much you set this up, don't you just they just kind of keep going on their own?
That's exactly right.
Hello, that's all I'm saying.
It's $1,000 a month. Just
Boom. Versus sitting there. I mean, yeah, okay, I love CRM. Don't get me wrong. That's great. But
it's amazing. When we've got some pretty cool stuff coming in the leads tool that'll make it even more automated. But that's coming up in the next month or so.
Great.
So we'll show you guys that as well. So guys, again, please think about this realistically. You have such an amazing opportunity. I asked Johann yesterday, man, is there any danger of this getting business owners just, blah about this stuff? And Johann's response to me was so amazing. He said to me, dude, 90% of businesses don't even have a Facebook pixel on their page. I was like, you're so right, because a chiropractor is busy being a chiropractor. A business coach is busy being a business coach. A construction worker is busy building gardens and houses. This functionality, if you can be the person that is the deliverer of the gold nuggets, then you will be the supplier of choice. I love it. Let's wrap. I love our fireside chats. I get to stand on my soapbox a little bit. So next week, we're going to bring Closebot's chief architect in, Bryce, to come and have a conversation with you guys and show you that piece of the puzzle. And then our last week of this month, we're just going to kind of wrap around a Q&A, but I think we'll probably do the voice piece with you on that call. And I want you guys to, again, see what we're going out to market with now is not just leads plus CRM. We're now going out to leads called on your behalf, qualified with your sales script, delivered with an AI follow-up system, managed and implemented by AI. And Mr. Customer, the only question I've got for you is, how soon do you want to get started? So it's amazing. I love this, guys. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you all for being involved. Stacey, thank you so much for being our guinea pig. And you've probably got a text message from Falco just following you up and making sure that that's all good as well. And appreciate you guys. We'll have this up on our YouTube channel and in the group as well. We'll see you all guys real soon, yeah?
God bless.
Great training, guys. Thanks.
Thanks. See you.